Hello and welcome back to another Understand Your Buyer video. In this video, we're looking at success metrics. So what are they? Well, a success metric is the invisible checklist that your buyer has in their mind that they're going to judge your product or service on. It's as simple as that. When you buy something, a product or a service, whatever it happens to be, you've probably got a list of things in your head. It must do this. I hope it doesn't do that. It would be great if it does that. It's okay if it doesn't do that, etc. And as a buyer, we don't really make a good job of explaining that to people, and this is where things can go wrong and where we can get buyer's remorse. A success metric is all about simply asking your buyer, what does success look like? But, not in so many words. We have to adapt that to the conversation, but asking them essentially, how are you going to judge this as success? And that'll make all the difference. So how does it work? Well, it works because your buyer has brought your product or service to achieve something. Whether it's to solve a problem or to pursue a goal, they're trying to do something, and there's a specific set of things in their mind, as I say, that they're looking for to feel like they've made the right buying decision. Now, your ability as the seller to understand what those things are and then to focus on delivering on them is not only going to make a difference for your buyer, but it's also going to help you to shape your offering and to know where to place your energy. If you know how people are judging you and you can adapt your offering accordingly and adapt your messaging accordingly, it just makes things a lot easier for everybody, ultimately. So how can you use it? Well, there's a couple of ways that you can make this work for you. The first thing is simply to ask buyers as they come into your world about how they're going to judge success. What does success look like for you? Or however we're going to phrase that, ask them as early as possible, if appropriate. What does success look like for you? The second thing is we can tell buyers how they might judge the success based on previous experiences. So some people might not have in their head a success metric where they're thinking it must do this, mustn't do that. They might not be 100% sure. We can just tell them. We can say most people buy a product and it has to do this and it has to do that, blah, blah, blah. So we can tell them what the metrics are. Now, the metrics to consider, and this is absolutely not an exhaustive list, but it's along the lines of things like time saved, money made, increasing the speed of something, decreasing the speed of something, simplifying something, providing opportunity, providing access. There's all sorts of little things that people will be considering. It's up to you as a seller to ask and to understand what those things are. But trust me, if you don't know what success looks like for your buyer, if you don't know what their success metric is, then you're running a high risk of actually disappointing those people, which means they might not buy from you at all, they might not repurchase from you, they might not leave you good feedback, or they might not recommend you, all for the want of knowing what they want and giving it to them. So that's a success metric. Asking your buyer, what does success look like? And being clear on how they're going to judge success is essential to tailoring your offer. Well, that's it for another Understand Your Buyer video, and if you like this kind of stuff, then you'll definitely like the book, which you can buy at understandyourbuyer.com.